They did follow that one up with a 13-6. I mean, what's going to be the change for Blue Jays, if any? I mean, you talk about just, you know, the way other teams are developing and arms racing here in the space and how Blue Jays might be a step behind. It's a little bit more difficult when you have to worry about more teams than just the top dogs to threaten you. What will they have prepped for PA?
Yeah, that's a good point, right? I mean, PA, I think, still hot on their heels when it comes to their level of performance, and Ixani has been able to prove that. I think Blue Jays have been doing a good job of keeping them at arm's length, but you know, doing that time after time when you know how hard Party Astronauts are working at trying to improve, trying to get to that level. You know, they're going to look to catch up to you, that's for sure. Well, we'll take a look at Darty's POV, a former boss member. Once joined up with so many of these players left for that Getting Info team, and then Getting Info died and turned into what it is now. Now he's on PA. Ben Leet picks him up. He's a great piece of the puzzle here for the Party Astronauts squad. And he has stuck by a majority of this defense already. Snavsto to open things up, but they're through jungle. They managed to contact all the way into this round.
Yeah, and they're going to find a couple of kills here. At least, or sacrifice. That's a great kill on the ticket play. But what about underneath balcony? They still haven't cleared it. That's all it takes is just one look towards that direction. But Snav's whiffing and costing his teammate a couple of their lives. Darty still fighting from top connector. Slight does pop out from default. It's so difficult. The attention pulled in so many different ways. So many duels happening at once. But then comes Fruit Cup. One headshot. And the second delivered there by Slight. The pistol round goes the way of Blue Jays.
So surprised to not see anyone worried about the idea that someone could be under Balk. No one cleared it. Maybe they thought, I mean, out of Palace, you're thinking that your players up jungle have at least been identified by Slight, but he was super tucked right there, so perfect position, denying the bomb plant, and from that point forward, they take control of the round. Very good position from Slight. Good start off for him. And the rest of Blue Jays that are looking to get started well on Mirage here. As you said, the veto being run back for them. This is a map that they didn't necessarily have the most success on, so looking to bounce back in that department. Oh, that's a lovely little backspin on the HE right there from Dare. Throws perfectly onto Ixani.
Okay. Oh my god, OG Wizard almost found this second headshot there. Freshie. Oh, it's struggling with the MP9 there. And Ben Leet is just going to take it to the house and get the bomb planted. Oh, but he doesn't quite get it. All the digits in. The explosion takes his fingers off. And 2v3. Xani just left to fly in through Palace on 2 HP. It was almost so awesome.
Yeah, good idea right there. Unfortunate that the other team has utility. Pesky util. Set up with some decent damage. Ixani didn't want to run through the Palace smoke. Gonna take it around town. Reroute this one through A main instead. So far, Blue Jays handling business. I feel like this is a team that should really thrive on Mirage here, given, you know, the color. But if you talk about some of the comfort for the actual old boss core, Mirage was always kind of a strugglesome map, which is very surprising to me, but they weren't the best on it. Now I think they get a lot better with Snav and Dare as a combo. Gonna tap the bomb again. There's Slight as the insurance policy, making sure that things don't go wrong.
And the chest bump towards the very end. I mean, still excellent damage, do you have to say? 2 kills in the threat. Put down right there. Now the gun rounds. I always wonder, like, why it would always be a difficult map for a team like this. You know, when you see these players, you just feel like it is a Mirage team, a team that can really work with a lot of the duels here.
But you bring in players like Dare and Snav, I think, also, I think, an integral piece of getting a lot better on this map for this team.
True.
And you do see some improvements. They're getting more comfortable. I think, honestly, I prescribe a little bit more of that to, you know, sometimes Cryptic Sculling, still, like, not getting super used to that map. Knowing that he wasn't a massive fan. But Darty, massive fan of opening picks right there. Deals with the very Snav. Will be able to open things up with his lurk towards underpass. Takes con control as well. They got Resins up catwalk. It's very awkward for Freshy to deal with, and he just gets destroyed trying to swing for the fences.
And Xani just wins a straight head-to-head as well. And the duel's just not working out here for the Blue Jays. I mean, even that top con swing was gonna be traded no matter what. Party Astronauts group up properly. Duels won. There is one thing that I have noted about this team, and I mean, part of the drop-off, at least as of late on this map, they were winning it pretty consistently with Wolfie on the team. Even some very competitive maps against teams like M80, and you know, that's the team you have to be competitive with if you're here in North America. And I wouldn't say that the B anchor position is Dare's most comfortable position on the map either. Normally I'm seeing him be very aggressive and active towards the middle of the map.
Yeah, he was so used to playing con for so long. You know, before that, he was opping window, you know, kind of picking up those pieces. And then when he transferred to rifling, it was just connector that he was super comfortable and honestly dominant in.
Yes.
That's where you saw him do some of his best work, have his best maps, but I think Dare part of the trend of a lot of teams maybe just filling in the roles here, but like you said, that can also lead to, as a player individually, a little bit of discomfort.
Yep. It's kind of just like the mental factor of, hey, I'm not in a position I want to run around in. You know, it's just not your play style. Some people are more passive, some people tend more to the duels. And Party Astros, good mid-rounding there. Perfectly timed con split and just dissected the defense there. Helps that Xani is also starting off this game very well.
As soon as he gets a rifle in his hands, able to facilitate some openings right there alongside Darty.
Missed window smoke to start off, makes life a bit awkward. It's fast underpass control. Oh, and a missed grenade too. That's more damage onto Darty as well.
Holy smokes. There's a HE that have to expend so much utility just to feel comfortable working through this smoke, and it's not comfortable at all. Gets a dual fruit cup. Oh, that's such a nasty jiggle right there to open things up. Another cat aggression comes through. It is severely punished now. The silver lining here is that they're going to be able to take some B space and not meet much resistance because of it. That's got to be their ticket into this round right now, is holding off in the post.
Volley to door. And they need to get a smoke, and that's a huge duel for Sacrifice to win, though. That's one of the rifles and armor going down. OG Wizard just trying to catch the market window jump up. Ben Leet, risky duel, very risky duel, in fact. But Snav gets out the window. Now that's critical. The round begins to close in. OG Wizard doesn't convert. This needs to be between OG Wizard and Ben Leet, and they do their work. Headshots for the three of them. And it's Party Astronauts up to 2.
Bentley looking sharp with that adjustment right there. Not an easy one, and he manages to lock in on his target.
Oh, no. No. It's the wrong replay.
Right back at you. It's the exact replay we needed for this one. Spiraled out of control. Now, fortunately for them, Bentley and OG Wizard and Sacrifice, to be fair, in that 3v5, all key pieces integral to closing out that round. Managed to bring that one from the brink. Would have been a very frustrating loss right there. From start to finish. A little bit clumsy for the side of Party Astronauts, but they escaped that. punishment.
There's just a buyback in though for Blue Jays. We do see slight post up with the op on Cat. But I'll let go of the angle. Party Astronauts advance down middle and they're waiting for a re-clear. Hoping to punish some sort of re-aggression. But now the A site play is in. Xeni, oh, he doesn't wallbang properly onto Firebox. That could have been doomed, but things a little too quiet here. Surely, yep, there you go. The wallbangs are starting to come through. Fruit Cup under some pressure.
What?
And Slight just ran through CT spawn and plucked one. Bomb plant is in. Fruit Cup is still alive here at Firebox. Surely he merges for a free kill. Taking a sweet time about it. But then there's the trade. 3v4. Xeni does have a smoke, but he's not going to deploy it. Instead, oh, he'll get picked off by Snap, but then Darty, oh, the spray's not great, but he gets it done either way. 2 HP, and now Sacrifice can activate even in from Palace. This post plant becomes so damn difficult. Darty gets one another on 2 HP, and that's the round. Darty with a triple painted into a corner.
Brutal right there from Darty. So you see everything starting to go right for Blue Jays. I love the fact that Slight puts himself in the thick of it right there and presses forward for a kill while his teammate is still tucked in towards Firebox, because as you highlighted, things were a little too quiet on the site. Even if you're playing a retake setup, you expect someone to be jump spotting in CT, someone going for information. So Slight had to make a move to ensure that Fruit Cup was going to be able to do something from that position. And Darty, he nullifies all of that with his impact on his connector play. He's been phenomenal so far. He's been super effective at getting up connector, managing to find impact in the round. Not the first time we've seen that out of him.
I mean, he has become the centerpiece of this Party Astronauts team when it comes to delivering firepower. Darty has been the player to win them the maps. Now, I won't really say many series out here.
But maps are a start.
That is a start. You need to win 2 of them to pick up the series, and he definitely was of help yesterday versus Akimbo here on Mirage itself. 1.4 rating for him. I mean, he's also dominated versus Blue Jays on this very battleground itself in the past too. I mean, he's kind of a great free agent, free pickup here for the side of Party Astronauts. So we do have a boost, at least an attempt at it. And no kills just yet. It's a flick onto Ben. Doesn't quite convert. Instead, it's Snav. Where did he even get the kill from? Either way, oh, the smokes are fading, and now the dinks are rolling out of the USPs. They need one more extra, though, and Sacrifice will not let that slide. Slide out to save. The round gets way too complicated. Dinks coming from all directions.
Put some serious pressure right there. Going to land some nice shots, but surviving again as Party Astronauts here. It'll hold up against resistance that Blue Jays are trying to provide. Slight should be very safe to save onto his AWP, though, for another round. See if he can get activated a little bit later down the line here. But so far, Party Astronauts, since they've gotten their rifles out, nothing but scrappy sometimes, but clean converted rounds in the later stages. Even despite the early hiccups, Darty continues to influence the round. Party Astronauts are sailing on this T side once again. Comes down to the comfort in the defense. The availability of map control. It's very passive right now. Party Astronauts are really getting away with all of this control towards middle as much as they would like. Darty's not really fighting too much here, other than that one eco round where we missed the window smoke and then the HE bounced right back in their face. That's the best mid resistance we've seen here is from Party Astronauts.
Not really a good sign, is it? Now, oh, Freshie, he eats the flashbang. He thought he turned it, but before it goes off, he stares right into it instead. The whole round goes awry. 2 A players dead. They know they can take CT spawn basically free of charge. And it's already a save call. Snap's gonna do what he can, but he's about to get picked off here. Ben will let him live. I know Ben, he's a nice guy. Merciful even. Blue Jays are out of this one. 5 rounds to Party Astronauts. It's consistent Mirage dominance in this matchup.
Yeah, these rounds are determined fairly early as well. How systematic this control is, how good the utility is on the opening. As you said, the flash that starts it all off gives Darty an opening. Ben Elite fighting towards middle, and then there's another player that's completely blinded up. You know, Fruit Cup trying to press the issue is caught by a flash, and everywhere you go here, Blue Jays are walking into duels that don't favor them when they finally do try and press mid. That was maybe even a good reaction right there from Blue Jays to start to press the issue and fight for mid control, but then that's what you're met with? An immediate punishment? That's got to be so incredibly frustrating, and it could potentially just haunt them throughout some of this half.
I mean, there's definitely been some individual mistakes as well. I mean, Freshie just flat out looking into a flashbang.
Can't look at the sun.
Yeah. Still waiting for the flashbang glasses you can buy for $300.
You just gotta complete enough missions.
There's a Rainbow Six character who has, like, literally his only ability is wearing anti-flashbang goggles. He's not that good. Okay, I say that. He's probably played a little bit, but...
Okay. Glad that's not a thing in CS. Can you imagine? Just eating a full execute on B-Site Mirage's flashes getting hucked over and you're just ignoring them all.
Oh my god.
Well,
All
Darty
right,
does
here
it
we
again.
go.
There's another opener.
Standoff!
Yeah, Ben leads in a standoff. I feel like it's a little bit inconsequential though right now. The site's already claimed. I mean, Xani even adds another one on the closest rotate. This round is over, and I don't know if they're even going to hint at retaking. They wanted to walk into CT spawn, but no, it's over.
Wow. Bentley calling circles around him.
You gotta take into consideration the struggles of containing connector right there, and the resources on A are heavily stacked. It puts a lot of responsibility on that B ult. When it crumbles without a single kill, or even time buying measures, it is certainly a round loss right there. They take a lot of damage to the bomb, but this exit damage doesn't really matter too much, not yet to PA. Save onto the op, which is the only thing important.
I don't think that PA will have an eco this entire half, just with how loss bonus will continue adding to their current set of pockets if they get any bomb plants.
That's if they lose. At this point, I don't see them stopping.
That's best case scenario right there. Oh, here we go. Looking like it's just going to be a straight B hit off the rip. They can't always cancel if they see a different look, but there drops a grenade that deals smidgen of damage here. And a smoke. Will that deter them? With Ben Lee holding on to mid, I don't think he minds all that much. Like, he can call the reaction based off what he sees in middle.
Just like gonna post up here with the op. I don't know. This is going to be a really weird timing. They're in a state of transition, and
Oh
caught
my
in the boost
God.
right there. Perfectly timed out another one to the Darty opening kill tally, and now Slight has to book it out with the op. His teammate getting cut off. Darty's pathing is lightning fast, and he's destroying everyone. He's on a rampage. He gets heat checked. Fruit Cup cools him off, but now Binley has a flank to end all flanks right there. Fruit Cup never going to anticipate the lurk this time around. Darty's done enough to destroy his former team.
Oh my God. I mean, does an absolute number onto Dare. That flick headshot. He wasn't even ready. He was clearing the edge of the smoke and then locked in for the fight. I mean, he wanted all four. I mean, what an asset to bring to this team. I mean, we've known Darty as a strong individual player for so many teams, for so many different rosters. I mean, shoot. The name Boss is literally his own creation. Him and
Darty
Slight
Montana.
have been bossing it since 2021. But now separated from the project, Darty's going to show who's better here. I mean, Mirage is his map.
Yeah, round after round, he's proven that much, man. This is incredible. I love his instinct right there to seize the moment as well. Knew that it was awkward catching that boost. He knew he had a chance to really shine, and he did not hesitate to jump on it. And yeah, Binley's calling circles. Some of these rounds are made really easy to call, and you have Darty doing that. There's another entry frag. Another one. His fourth in a row, and make it a double. He's unstoppable.
Is he going to keep going? Do need to cool the jets here. Don't want to cough up a 3v5, but Darty just running around Mirage and winning rounds. And sacrifice here to close. I mean, take all the guns away from Blue Jays. Could just be devastating. I mean, Fruit Cup's just staying around for what I could only call an ego frag. They just need some kills, man.
I know who doesn't need any kills. He's doing just fine on those. Darty's greedy right now, 15 and 5. Taking all the kills from his teammates. Greedy entry fraggers that keep on opening up the round and doing their job.
And they said entry fragging was a difficult role. Honestly, that has kind of been put into question with how strong the mechanics are and the peeker's advantage in CS2. I mean,
and the HLTV rating nowadays, I think they've with the 2.1, they've been giving them a little bit more love.
That's true. But to be fair, the best player in the world is an entry fragger.
I'll just say I watched James today. You know, his rating showed. His rating showed what he was doing.
I believe you were saying that it was a tough watch.
It was a hard watch over there in ECL, EU.
Challenging, perhaps, you know, considering the league.
Yeah. And that it was EU.
Yeah, and even more so. God. Slow, boring Counter-Strike. OG Wizard on patrol in middle. Much more mid-centric here for Party Astronauts. And that an excellent molly as well. That will force away Fruit Cup. Xani boosted in the window. Snav seems prepared. But how prepared? Xani, as the smoke fades. He's a dead man. Just gonna get double dinked. Back of the dome. Surely that starts the B hit, though. And guess who's alone? It's only Dare with no util. Here it comes. Dare on the site. Bentley gets the entry. He takes down the cat player. Sacrifice with the follow-up. And Snap diving into the back of the site. He's been seen. Oh, he's so dead. Darty with yet another entry. And with 20 seconds left, do need to get that bomb planted, but everyone's trying to cut off Darty at the E-box. instead of looking for the actual fight, and they do get Darty. OG Wizard misses as well, and then he falls. It's down to Sacrifice on 8 HP. Traps himself for the fight. He gets the first headshot, and Slight, he scoped him with the op. They don't know he's low. Slight with a chance, and he won't miss it. Blue Jays at least get a third towards the end of this.
Yeah, that's a massive save right there from Slight, being able to close out that kill. That is the exact way that the sort of 1v2 goes wrong. Like you said, I just don't think the call out was made that he was low, or if it was even known, but still managed to bring it on home with an op shot. That'll still do the trick. And be able to take a third. Still a very challenging retake, but I've been pretty impressed with how they pulled it off. I think the good push and pull of Market Window and Market Door right there in between the duo. They finally cool off Darty, who's been unbelievably good here. And I think they caught visual. Yeah, the gap in the smoke leaves an open OG Wizard for the taking. Ben Lee avoids the op shot there. And now a slow scale out. Darty down. Round should be a lot easier now, especially finds the follow-up. Slight will cut off the Pal's position. And Ben Lee looking to pop some shots off. How's his opping? Well, not known for it here. He's going to be bested by Fruit Cup for a 4-8 scoreline as we take it into the half.
And back aboard, some great fragging from Darty, a star-studded 16 kill half for him, while the rest of his team have barely broken 5. Party Astronauts now up 8-4, but Blue Jays show a little bit of tenacity to keep their heads in it. Can they conjure up a comeback here on Mirage?
Yeah, 2 in a row is not a bad way to close. You're gonna need a whole lot more of that, though. Xani. Oh, God. Oh, God.
Ooh.
Yeah, he wasn't ready for that right there. Fortunately, his teammates are ready. Whole lot of resistance on this B site. They are walking into the trap, and OG Wizard, precise with the pistol, is able to lock down a kill. Darty to follow up here. Everyone doing their job now. Benley swinging for the fences, and strength in numbers. PA work as a pack.
Oh, God. I mean, what? There were like 4 people on the Apollo 17. There's got to be 4 people wherever they go. Despite Xani completely mispositioning himself, Party Astronauts come through with the B site stack. And there's nowhere else to go. And I know some space nerd is probably getting their finger ready in Twitch chat.
Oh my God, Apollo 17. There was actually 5 people if you include the...
I think the real problem here, Cole, is I don't think there were 17 Apollo missions. Wait, never mind. Take it all back.
How many?
There was. Apollo 17 was the final mission. NASA space program.
What was the Apollo that included Katy Perry? Oh, God.
Oh, go wait.
Oh,
Okay.
my God.
Whoa.
Oh.
My God. Talking over this. Deagle headshots galore. Dinks all across the board. It's Ben Leet in a 1v3, but he can make a play through the smoke, and he is. Ben Leet will get spotted. He deals with Fruit Cup. Smoke on the bomb. It will be enough. He gets the kill on a freshie while moving, and he's gonna stick the whole damn thing. Are you kidding? Slight doesn't get him off the bomb. It's Ben Leet 1v3.
Oh, he steals away at the end as well when it all goes wrong for Party Astronauts. The captain of the ship there writes course, and they save it. They're able to land the ship. I can't believe it. Everything was going crazy on the A side. I didn't even think it was possible, but they managed to find a couple Deagle shots. It's Fruit Cup and his Deagle that's so capable of doing damage. But Party Astronauts, their leader saves them from a scare here, and now Mirage can remain dominant. If you're Blue Jays, you're going to be frustrated that you didn't win it, but at least you know that you're able to do damage here, that you have them on the ropes.
Blue Jays are out of utility. They have no mollies. Will they have a flashbang to knock OG Wizard off the angle? Nope. Snap. That's a quick response. And oh my God, he almost hit the headshot on that too. Nade going down towards bottom mid. And the last of utility is getting used to get Freshie at least into ladder room, but well, it works because Xani gets picked again. Sacrifice here on the A site. Oh, he's gonna have to let his teammate go. It wasn't a clean shot, but this one sure is. Headshot on the Fruit Cup X, bomb down at the stairs, and struggling here for the kill. Eventually he'll get it. Last couple bullets in the spray, and Freshie, he got into ladder room, but couldn't do anything more with it besides the one kill. OG Wizard snipes down a second, and Party Astronauts on their way to yet another dominant Mirage.
That's so impressive right there. And I, honestly, even though it's, you know, sacrificing his teammate there in CT, I love that he doesn't take that shot. I mean, if you don't get anything out of that position, it's going to be a disaster. And he waits for the clean opportunity, doesn't miss, ensures his teammates a little bit of coverage, and then OG Wizard comes in with that X Factor. Darty's still playing good, but maybe not that molly. He's got some backup right now in the second half, which is really promising.
Ooh. Darty with a chance on that when he landed the dink first. Sacrifice prepared as they walk through the smoke. He doesn't get the second. Now this puts it down to OG Wizard, but no, Xani does come through with the great kill. Down onto Dare. Snap down low was seen in that Palace excursion. Now makes his way out. And it's Benley to cover. OG Wizard misses a shot though on the players running out of A main. One of the better opportunities here, but Bentley can spot out on the cross. And Jiggle peeks both. He's just gonna play his life, and wisely so. In the meantime, Slight takes the forward angle, and Fruit Cups Deagle delivers. It's down to McSanny, and he doesn't get the kill on the cross. So many opportunities here for Party Astros, none of them converted.
I think at this point, I mean, maybe you can make something work. I would call it a save here with this sort of lead. Especially if you're not given anything here in the early stages. And yeah, he will fall out. Maybe feeling like a missed opportunity right there for the side of Party Astronauts to lock themselves in a position here on map point. But those shots eventually run dry. Gonna have to work a little bit harder for that now. Fruit Cups Deagle, we knew it was always good for one. It was getting late into the round for him to start getting that important headshot right there.
I mean, he go. Where's the op? I thought the op would be.
Where did he die at?
Ticket, I thought. Yeah, here. Oh no.
Did it?
Oh no.
Did it get exploded away?
It did.
Wow.
It got blue.
What a great replay right there.
Well, in addition to replay, I didn't really want to see as he.
It answered our question at least.
I think he meant to throw a smoke, but even then, that wasn't making over ticket. Oh god.
Yeah, that makes a little bit more sense about how that round collapsed.
A lot of errors being made. OG Wizard. Here's the cat play coming through. Dare comes up the ladder. Oh, and he just doesn't hit the headshot up close. Not precise on the MP9. Party Astros down a player, and their money is down to 0 as well. Losing this round in a devastating fashion could make this game complicated.
Yeah, very quickly. Those of our 12 comebacks fly by, and Freshie with a clean entry. Already found himself a little bit cold on this A side in a couple of rounds. And a good position for 3 rifles at least to save. That's a good way to try and nurse your lead here at this point. If your Party Astronauts sacrifice this one, keep the firepower rolling in the future, but clean rounds converted for the side of Blue Jays are their ticket back into this thing.
Yeah, don't keep them fighting throughout the rest of this game. But I think Party Astronauts have some good ideas in the mix. Just the execution not perfect. OG Wizard wins his head-to-head. The whole round is completely different. Bentley has been calling a good Mirage. Just 2 more to do it. Don't let that pressure get to you. Not at this very moment. This is the map that's supposed to be a lock-in.
They put themselves in a prime position. It's about pushing over the finish line here. Blue Jays, though, they are going to be eager for this comeback. They're starting to take it round by round. See, they can keep on coming up with good ideas, though, here. I like this one. Party Astronauts boosting up the FAMAS, though. So the A1S. Pushing towards Palace as well. I mean, this round radio silent so far. It's about to get loud, though. Freshie, oh, he just clears it. Full on check. And now up connector here. Xani misses his chance to strike, and Slight will punish in a big way. Oh. Slight getting a little bit awkward in this duel. He's low on HP. Knows there's a USP around the corner, but doesn't want to commit just yet. It's going to eventually have to fall out here. Wait for the rest of his team here at this point in time.
Can OG Wizard
lead the pack?
The hold of a lifetime, not to be. So Bentley's just going to back away and save. Bomb to be planted here on B. And the clawback begins. OG Wizard won't have an op next round either. I'm not sure, Cole. This game is far from over. Without the right tools here for Party Astronauts, I'm not sure how easy it will be to convert.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, Party Astronauts, I know these comebacks can formulate quickly. You probably want to get rifles out as soon as possible again, but maybe if I'm Bentley and the rest of the squad, I'd call in another half buy here. Try and prioritize it. OG Wizards ops has been super important for the control of the map. They're going to go for rifles, though. Makes sense. Timeout called, I think, well placed here for them. So they look to plant their feet. Put up a stand now that they get the guns back out. A lot to talk about, though. Currently, this mid defaulting starting to really work. They're getting the opening picks. And I feel like Party Astronauts has shots. They can at least fight back in these duels, but they're just not connecting on kills.
See if Party Astronauts can actually put the right foot forward and lock this one in. It's starting to get a bit scary. So can they stamp down with this kind of round? Little Kits here on the team. And Xani, who has been struggling throughout this game. Some individual mistakes, but they will not be testing him.
Oh, wow.
Instead,
retreat right now.
Oh, this is
going to meet head on.
The flashbang's good. Sacrifice commits to the fight, though. And this gets complicated. Darty playing behind the smoke. That HE misses. That could have been so much damage. Instead, clean opening pick here for the Blue Jays, but Xani still stays activated in ladder room. Party Astronauts still have some tools to play with.
They've lost that early map fight, trying to push in towards A main, and they don't really have a lot on any other extremity. They're just going to hold back. They still are playing a very passive setup in this 4v5. The issue is if they let them execute on their own terms there, but Xani changes it here, equalizes the playing field with a big-time pick. Absolutely necessary. Keeps on swinging, though. He broke open the vents for that, and now OG Wizard's stuck inside of a stair smoke. Darty falls just as quickly, and I don't think Bentley's going to be too long for this world either. Double swing comes through. He's toppled as well. That to me right now is looking like PA are desperate for ideas.
The choice of Xani to drop out a win. I mean, the smoke was still up, I suppose, as he makes the decision, but his opportunity to get out was immediate.
Everyone's attention.
Yeah, right. Like, everyone knows you're still in ladder room. His opportunity to leave was after the very first pick there. Well, will Deagles be able to do it? Smoke to Palace keeps them under check, but oh, there's a headshot from Sacrifice that makes it possible. 4v4, something amazing has to come through that smoke, and it's not looking likely. But Bentley just find a kill onto Fruit Cup, picks up an M4. HE will finish off Fruit Cup as well, with Bentley doing it all from CT spawn. Another challenger here in the form of Freshie, wide swing. And then there's a 1 dig, a second one from Sacrifice. I think he saw the barrel. He saw the barrel. He knows he's missiles. Half HP, but no kit here for Sacrifice. He does need to charge down for the kill. And he just doesn't have the kit. The swing. Is there time? Oh my god, did Sacrifice just win this round?
He believes it.
It is gonna be close. Real close, but he doesn't got it. I mean, I would have held it down for the culture at that point, but
You're not making it out, that's for sure.
11-9, but an awful close round. The nature of the round doesn't matter. It's the fact that it's one on the board here for Blue Jays, but you can still see the fight in Party Astronauts.
Almost hanging in there for such a relief of a round that would have been, but not to be. Can't quite get that defuse off in time here. Brutal. And now just a 2-round game at this point, where we're watching Blue Jays take all the momentum, win all the opening duels. Not showing any signs of stopping, but again, this big difference maker, this mid setup facilitated by OG Wizard. Sacrifice as well, winning his fight. Trust in the Opper. Sacrifice will have to go down towards middle with a trade, but they win the exchange. Finally, an advantage here for Party Astronauts that they can work with.
And what's the move for Blue Jays? They've got no map control. They're completely working in the dark. And they'll go in for the B hit. 2 players present with no flashbangs, just one on Fruit Cup. It'll have to be so well placed. But they're vacating it? Their smoke was off the mark. It's allowed players to lurk. What has happened? What's the full A site stack for? Are they confident they can retake B? Well, here we go. OG Wizard, a beacon from Cat. Slight isn't holding for it. And a misread here from Party Astronauts could cost the map point. Oh my god, but OG Wizard says no. A flick of that magnitude, sure. But time is the issue. Ben Leet with the only kit. They're going to run all into Snav. First player forward is Xani, and then the guillotine closes. Slight with the triple, and Mirage was never done.
I don't know what they saw right there in that A-side stack. As you said, putting faith in a B-side retake, but it's been so rare that they have these advantages. You have a 4v5. You can bunker up on the sites. And they make a critical error that could just cost them this map right now. Their best opportunity we've seen in quite some time to close out a round on a gun round. And it just falls to pieces so quickly. Late peek from Slight, catching the Deagle. Molly's multiple of them forced Darty out of position. He's been having a hard time on this A site. Stuck at 20 for quite some time. Gonna get some help with that smoke. MP9, how much can it do though? He just gets bombarded by utility.
Oh boy.
An AK spray.
Friendly. Oh, the Deagle doesn't have the right precision. Sacrifice up close. Will not be cleared though. He's looking for the AK. He needs to keep his gun out while OG Wizard does threaten a headshot. Not enough at the end of the day. It's going to go to every round of regulation. Down 11-6. Just some mismanaged rounds, some improper site stacks, and Blue Jays have been gifted a couple to get to this point. Party Astronauts ace pick, the one that they must win to stay in ECL. Might slip through their fingers.
It's vanishing right in front of their eyes right now. Sometimes with even the decision making, it looks like they could be their own worst enemy given the strong starts. Back to another gun round here. And there you go.
Okay,
They're looking to lock it down. 3 quick kills. Sacrifice eventually toppled on the A site. Access to be gained here. Good line from OG Wizard. His op scope can find some more fights, and that flash doesn't connect. OG Wizard will, though. Now Dare left into a clutch to try and save his team. The worry, he's hunting this opper down. Swings for the fences. He claims the kill. There's a pathway to the B bomb site, and Binley still focused in on jungle. He's open to the B side. He's picked up his op. He's kicking it old school dare right now. And he's going to have a post plant.
Oh my goodness. A 2 versus 5. And they're so concerned about the AWP. They're going to take this so damn slow. The one thing is that if Dare misses a shot and they get access to that bomb, smoke defuse could be a real problem. But they might not need it. Simple shot for Dare. Back of the site. Ixani, the young gun, needs to step up. Charging forward at the door. It's going to be a smoke on the bomb. Or not even a smoke, just a straight defuse. And Dare will just no-scope him for the 1v3 ace.
Oh my god, he just played it to perfection right there. Buying enough time, creating enough panic, and taking enough initiative right here. Pressing the issue onto OG Wizard. Nothing but confidence from Dare. Like he knew he was going to win it from the jump. He did not hesitate a single second. And now a timeout. As Party Astronauts, they watch their lead vanish in the worst possible fashion. So many frustrating rounds. So many devastating clutches. Now Blue Jays have the chance to take their opponent's map pick first. Believe it or not.
It's gut-wrenching here for Party Astronauts. Just so many little individual mistakes. And I mean, just to say it, a bad game here from Ixani, who's had many opportunities to redeem himself, but missing out on all those chances. And then a leg shot onto Darty. I mean, just talk about that magnificent first half that he had for himself. It's a battle in middle to decide whether it goes to OT or not. And Sacrifice starts up, not with the double. Doesn't thread the headshot, and Dare gets a second instead. And now Fruit Cup making his way out from A main. He's already gotten the Tetris, and they have not seen this. Oh, but he makes noise. No secret about his presence. In the meantime, Slights on B. What is happening here across the map?
All over the place. Got a long pathway to bring that bomb over to the B bomb site, and there's no real rush. Full composure here from Blue Jays, knowing the opportunity that they have. Slights containing so much space, and they have to clear out all of apartments. I don't know that there's not presence here. They would expect it at this point, given the fact that Slight is so comfortable on B, but Party Astronauts have been so stagnant, and that's not going to change in this round. Snav and Fruit Cup are going to meet no resistance in apps, and Flashbang going to finally give up the information. Deep market Molly as well. They realize it's clear. The closest rotate outside of market because of that Molotov.
And then a smoke into market window. It will block off Slights line, but now he can focus on towards Catwalk, and that Flashbang ain't doing much, I'll tell you that. However, 2 players already advancing through door, but Slights not going to miss that. And Blue Jays, from an 11-6 down situation, win all the rounds in a row, 7 to be exact, to steal away their worst map against the Party Astronauts. Consistently, they've been blown out on this map. It was looking to be the same, but through grit and
throughout the vision, it's just been a really difficult map that that they refuse to ban. So I mean that's my big surprise, is that they really don't ban this map. If you're Binley, he tries to play it consistently, and it hasn't been working for them for quite some time. They've had some big losses on this map here, and looking to avoid that here. The good news is, when you get 13-0, there's a lot to learn. We'll see if they can take those lessons into this matchup right now as we're ready to hop into the pistol.
I'm not sure if there's a lot to learn or little to learn. We'll see if they did learn anything here, because hey, a 5v5 post plant ain't all bad. But on the flip side, it'll be 5 players about to fly through both channels of this B site. Smoke into cave, and then Ixani up close, but the first player to fall is Darty, and 3 kills right back. OG Wizard down to 16 HP as well, and their Sacrifice just has nothing to do as he runs through the smoke. Wait, what? Sacrifice gets 2. Sacrifice gets all 3. Are you kidding? The 2v5 for Party Astronauts to kick off this map.
That's what they needed right there. I thought it was going to be a lot more of the same, crumbling at the seams on the retake right there. But Sacrifice and OG Wizard come up big time to close out this round. And a 5v2. With how things have shaped up there, you expect that to be all in Blue Jays camps, but Sacrifice making the press through that smoke changes the tides. And Party Astronauts get a much needed pistol round to gain some confidence here on their opponent's map pick.
Well, what happened? OG Wizard was down to 18 HP and he suddenly pops off 2 P250 headshots. High Sense King here. And he's looking for more. That op charity fund isn't going to make itself. He's forcing donations here out of Blue Jays as he collects 3 off the Mac 10. And Party Astronauts lead up Ancient with some pace.
You gotta put the money in the boot right there. Pass it around there. Cash flow stacking up quite nicely for OG Wizard. And you get to play this bonus round on top of it. Bonus round where everyone besides Slight does have head Kevlar, but you don't have to worry about the op presence coming up. Not just yet, at least. Party Astronauts taking these lessons to heart. Quick motion in through the smoke. Timing's beautiful. Freshie with his back turn. Exani has a kill he just can't lose. And there you have it. Threading the needle perfectly on that play is Exani. This round could have curtains called on it pretty quickly. I don't even know at this point, with Slight getting damaged so much by the utility, if you even want to call a retake in this play.
I mean, Dare has tempo control, but with the T's having Donut, this is just not winnable. And it's time to pack your bags up and save. This might have been the fastest 3-round start in recent memory. All the action boiled down in just a couple of quick kills. It's a really nice pocket play coming through from Party Astronauts. That's just something they're going to run by design on that 3rd round. And everything works out. Definitely a bit of research coming through for Ben and seeing what setups they love to run and what's a little off-spawn call we can do to catch them all off guard.
Yeah, that timing crazy, and as you said, you know, I feel like that's a little bit of prep work being done, maybe some of that recent history flaring up, because the way that Freshie jumps on the rotate towards A and leaves Donut is a huge indicator that, you know, maybe they are aware of that. He capitalizes on that timing off the back of that smoke that lands towards CT. That's what shifts up his positioning. So really well put together right by Bentley and Exani, capitalizing off the timing. Mid crawl coming through. Oh, and Dare finds a way to get a kill right there, but they're still losing out elsewhere on the map right now.
The fighter
still
jet
maintaining that advantage.
Strafe enough from Darty to get it across the line. That puts Fruit Cup X over towards Long. Not going to cut off anything just yet, but now the bomb arrives. So Fruit Cup will step forward and immediately get rolled by the Mac 10 of Darty. And yet another save. Decisive rounds coming through from Party Astronauts in all of these. Exani especially finding a huge kill inside a cave with that Mac 10.
And Party Astronauts remain very strong on these T sides for themselves. Such good control being taken. Execution's looking just fine as well. Being able to trade out towards middle, a really good sign. Being capable of winning out some of those duels, some of those head-to-heads. Something that they're going to need to live on. Blue Jays not over the hedge just yet. A little bit more work to be done. Save is good. 5 is in once again, though. This can be a bit of a trap here, constantly having to invest like they are. Can feel promising to get these force buys rolling. These A1S is in play, but you're going to be missing out on an op. In this case, not missing any utility, but that obviously a possibility as well. Airstrike going through middle as well. Constant HGs tossed in to deny donut spacing, but
that molly misses.
That's kind of ignored.
Their molly misses, so they're all exposed in middle. It is going to be a complete collapse. Dare somehow gets away with one, though. Sacrifice needs to spin, though.
Wow.
And he nearly hits them all. But Dare, his performance in that round should not be understated. He saves his team.
Absolutely. Managing to even find an extra kill on low HP. Buys enough time for the close. That missed molly. It could have cost them everything in this round if it wasn't for Dare's heroics. Keeping this round safe. And this is what I like out of Blue Jays right here. I like when they aren't letting their opponents get into these defaults, get into the map control. It is the best part about their CT side is how effective they are at aggressing, plucking out quick picks,
A-rush.
Manufacturing advantages.
It's just a flat out A-rush. And Blue Jays are not prepared. They also don't want to go. And, well, second wave of utility will be enough to, I suppose, get them through. But by this point, congratulations, you have angered everybody. There are 5 players waiting for you. So as you plant that bomb, oh, it's gonna be messy. The bomb play is probably the extent of their success, as it's just Ben Leet a long way away from home. More smokes will not make him any harder to hit. Ben Leet won't even have a chance to shoot.
Just a little too hesitant right there. The window of opportunity of an empty bomb site closes quickly, and Dare, his aim, his sensitivity looks just so low when he finds these kills. It just looks like there's no movement in his crosshair. But he will lock it in crucially for his team. Continue to count up the rounds here for himself. Slide on to AWP, but there's still ample economy here for the T side as well. That has not been knocked down at all.
Oh, it's with a huge lurk, but Slight picks off Darty, gets another one, and it is a slaughter here. The contact walk B, they contact walk into 3 players and an AWP. That round was never happening. My God, is the pace of Counter-Strike here getting absolutely furious. We're like 10 minutes into the game, Cole, and we're already at round 8.
Yeah, things flying by right now. And I mean, I guess if you're party astronauts, you're looking at the way you want to structure your T side. I hinted at what Blue Jays love to do on their CT side is get aggressive, you know, break down the default, pressure the extremity players. And so maybe that's queuing up party astronauts to get a little bit faster. But this op now being brought out is going to deal with those quick plays effectively. Dare having a grasp on this mid control, helping out as well. And there's another win towards the middle early on. This time no op to help out. Fruit Cup though, he's going to peek into the angle, but it's not connected. OG Wizard
flashing into fights. AWP not even disturbed off of the angle. Slight sitting back in the lounge chair, lobbing off shots.
It does look all too easy for him.
Yeah, it's just like there's
no red room smoke and just a complete field day for him to find those duels.
Are we just going to see a B rush here out of the party astronauts? It seems like that's what they're going to go for. Mid-sight smoke, but God, the jump will cost Sacrifice his life. And oh gosh, locking swords from separate angles here. Dare's going to jump up top. There's another 6 bullets left. Oh, there's a fresh mag. And he'll get busy unloading it into the smoke. More targets just on the other side. But Dare going max confidence all the way through. And the help from Freshie is enough. Oh my goodness, the sheer disrespect here from Blue Jays. It is utter dominance.
Look how little concern there is for like maybe a late walkout middle or maybe an A lurk. There's just zero concern for that at all. They are fully confident that where they spot out a single player, they know the whole squad's there. Everyone's attention's turned towards B ramp when they find that opening pick, even just through the smoke. When they spot the opening pick, when Fruit Cup finds that duel, everyone's there to collapse in on the rest of the roster. And it's just a really good way to play out for Blue Jays, but concerning that PA aren't able to adapt, I mean, I guess at the end of the day, though, this maybe should have been expected.
I mean, they're just not getting any map control. They're just being smothered from every angle. Some, like, basic things you would think is even possible, you know, a molly for the jump up. And just being able to put pressure on Cave, there is none of that. It's a tough watch.
Tough watch, I'd imagine even tougher to play if you're PA. You know, suffocated out of this one after last map. And their season here in ECL is in peril. Flying through the sky is fresh. He wants to end it early. A little bit of extra speed for his mid duel inside the smoke. Flashbang goes in, double flash. Okay, Binley though collapses in. Freshy's again a part of the team, but Binley able to turn on a dime. And Slight's there on the scene as well.
Oh, he's already in Temple. He's gonna hear these players moving forward, but they won't be ready for a Temple player. Oh, OG Wizard does deploy in the molly. Slight burn. Oh, he's burning all the way. 68 damage dealt. And Slight's gonna be as noisy as possible. No smoke though.
For the bomb and double donut.
Sacrifices the molly that can just basically end the round. We'll see if Fruit Cup just revs up the defuse. Instead, oh, the headshot's not good on the OG Wizard. That was a requirement. Slice posted. Oh, he misses. He gives up the game. Molly onto the bomb. All but secures it. And he'll just burn at the very end of the half. It started off strong for Party Astronauts and, well, a bright spot in a miserable first half after the very beginning of it. And so 7 rounds straight on that CT side, and none of those rounds were even close. Blue Jays completely dominate it once they get the guns out. Now we could be in for a quick 2-0 as we freeze frame. It's cool. Feels like a CS frag movie that way. We're slowly panning to everyone frozen in time. But here we are. Jokes aside. B-site stack in order for party astronauts. But as they come through from cave, this gets a little complicated. Smoke deep CT. Where's this molly going? It's going in for this angle here on long. And Xani gets ran down. This comes down to OG Wizard. And they're kind of swinging it one by one eventually. He will meet his maker. Bomb to be planted for that long position. And a miraculous retake needed here for PA.
Absolutely. They're behind the smoke right now. They do have a kit and a smoke. Need some kills to back it up, though. And they're not even going to start the conversation. The flashbang is too perfect. Snav and Dare. An old connect coming through for the close here from Blue Jays. They lock themselves in a clean pistol.
Oh my god. I mean, it's gonna be this flashbang. Dude,
maximum blind time right there.
My grandma could get both those kills, man. It's so easy. When they don't even shoot back. Point
Face
blank
to the wall.
Point blank range, no problems.
I'll leave grandma out of it.
Alright, fine. My
She'd
little
still need a
cousin,
little bit of
alright?
warm up. Yeah, fair enough.
Used to that Roblox aim.
Future Hall of Famer there in that case.
Counter blocks world champion, alright? Y'all don't know game. Oh my god. The mother load awaits snacks around the corner. Or snacks, Snav, around the corner. As he feasts just in the same way. Sorry, getting a little too ahead of myself here, Cole, for a couple weeks.
Ooh. And the Big Apple.
Yeah.
That's what they call it, I think.
On the big Astana. I don't know what's popular down there in Astana, but
apples, I'm sure.
I guess I mean we could do some, research on what Astana's all about, but I'm more focused on the game. It's pistol round plus the conversion here for Blue Jays. And it's MP9s and a motley crew of weapons here. As jumping Mac 10's gonna get Darty and steal the rifle and the A-site, probably the round too. I mean, shoot, why not the car at this point? As the round's done, Party Astros, nothing to do. Chased down by HE grenade after HE grenade. And it's more of the same stuff.
They're just ripping this one right from the grasp of PA. Looking a lot more similar to how things shaped up and not allowing them to save. You can see the initiative. They made their plans very clear. And it was the T side.
And it's okay, we're getting Cole back in there. He can complete his point.
And, as I was saying, it was the T side that we did see the 12-0 come through from Blue Jays in that 13-0. That's usually the harder part. And that's why PA today pick into the CT side. It gives them a little bit extra wiggle room here, but with how the second half is shaping up, I just don't see a clear path in.
No, you're telling me that if they win this round, it will have been a 16-0 on the T side. 16-0 in Counter-Strike 2.
On the T side.
On the T side. I guess, well, they've already gotten 15-0. They've already got a Counter-Strike Global Offensive half. What if we just called it Counter-Strike 1 just to make all the boomers super angry? But 5-7 here. Oh, Xani's so cooked. Molly in the corner. Swing out. Ben Leet does go for one, but in need of a miracle double. And Fruit Cup makes the mood in the room much worse. And Freshy's even clearing for it, man. Can't have anything here on Ancient.
Or on PA. On Ancient. That's just brutal. More continuation of we just know has been haunting this team. And Slight not going to allow for anything else. 11 locked in. And there you have it. There's the 13-0 you were talking about. Or 16-0.
And it's looking like it's all but set for a clean finish here if things continue at this rate. Because there's just no resistance from Party Astronauts. Every duel is going the way of the Blue Jays. Jumping Mac 10s are working. It's tough. Now for mid. Swing around. And the flashbang doesn't even hit the CT. So a little bit of life shown. Freshy doesn't quite get the double. Now, you can't lose this round. And it doesn't seem like they will. But only one B-site defender. And Snap is just going to press forward. Around the edge of the smoke. Snap knows. Snap knows he's going to lock in for the kill. That's an easy one on a Ben Late. The round is back live. Molly for CT spawn. Darty can't stick around. He's only on 7 HP. They're going to get a plant.
Gonna fight this round back here. Smoke gets tossed in. Not gonna take that deep long control though just yet. There's that Molly that tosses out. Gonna force Fruit Cup to jump. One flashbang here. It could be thrown. Instead, it's a swing coming through, and a quick trade is not gonna allow them to find any further fights. Fruit Cup. Now both players coming through from the long side. Just gotta be careful of that. 1 HP on the Opper swings first. He doesn't realize that OG Wizard's close by. An OG Wizard coming through with a save. PA will be able to win a round here on their CT side.
I think the big difference maker in that round is the smoke going into short instead of deep CT spawn. If that deep CT smoke goes up, Party Astronauts are screwed with that long control and with players who could also play in towards cave as well to peek off the contact. But instead, Fruit Cup has to consider more angles, falling back to the ramp. Albeit powerful, but not a perfect position. And there you have it. Back in the middle here for the Party Astronauts. Deep mid control established, but oh, now Slight gets post up. Ooh, he wasn't posted proper on it though. But now the hunting party is out for Ben Late. Xani does find a double, needs more, doesn't get it. 3v3, the players advancing into cave, sneaking through the smoke, now seen. Oh, dare. He sees the shadow as they fall back. It's an easy kill for one, won't be ready for the second. And the round continues to go back and forth.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Molly. Oh, he's gonna run through it right into the open arms of the op. Slight wasn't in a big rush to try and get those numbers punched in. Neither was Snav. That one, without question, gonna fall into the favor here. Blue Jays, who now find themselves just one round off of sweeping this one and eliminating PA now from ECL.
I mean, shoot, what was set to be an exciting round and an interesting TV2, instead the duels just get handed right on over. OG Wizard takes a risk and feels the bad end of the odds. As I think a nade to the smoke break for Slight. Here to go. And it just gets no vision. Oh, what? What on earth?
Huh?
Did he get a glimpse? Did he just pre-fire? I guess we'll get it on the replay as this game is looking over. Deep donut smoke. And pressure out of A main still. Blue Jays are not committed though. Obviously, they've got a minute 20 to work a 3v4.
Oh, and Dare's just slipped a huge gap right now, not being covered.
Everyone has just slipped a huge gap. Then Lee's about to get shot in the back in about a second or two. He just gets around the corner, but 44 HP. Oh, yeah. Fiendish headshot there from Snav.
Well, they think surely the op is not lurking right now, but it is sure drawing a lot of attention. Dare has a massive flank of his own, looking to seal this one off. Sacrifice left, pinned to a corner right now. No escape for himself, having to fight his way out of this one. Dare misses out on the shot. Soul Slight. Wait a second. No, the Tech 9 will save them right there. And Blue Jays are going to sweep this one on up, looking as confident as can be here on Ancient once again.
Yeah, despite even some fire shown from Party Astronauts to begin, some nice set strats once they got outside of